Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. In today's video I'm going to go over some of the recent item leaks that we do have for the Hunt Mega Edition. So yeah, let's get started. So in my last video we did only know of one item coming up for this event, which was the Scythe item, but we do actually know a couple more items releasing now, as well as some speculated ones and how they might actually be obtainable. So right over here, as I just mentioned, we did have the Scythe right over here, and this is a little bit different from some of the past events where we've seen in the Hunt events where the track items were actually uploaded by half Roblox and half UGC creators. From what we see so far, it seems like the track items are uploaded by Roblox totally, so it doesn't seem like any of these leaks that we do have from the creators themselves are actually going to be part of the track, which you'll be able to earn for free or by buying it. So I'm assuming the items here by UGC creators are going to be the 24-hour spotlight items, where they'll be on 24-hour timer in the hub, and then they'll move on to another item after. Usually these UGC ones don't go off sale, they just kind of stay up for 24 hours in the game and then they change over to a new item, so I assume the same case will happen here. So it'll probably go on sale during the event when it's spotlighted in the game, and then it will just stay on sale afterwards. So I assume that's probably what's going to happen here for the Scythe, so it's probably going to be just a regular on sale item to purchase when the event does release. And I think the same case is here with the strap code. This one doesn't have a name yet, but it does follow the same pattern as the others with this kind of hexagon pattern, so I assume this will probably be the same case. So it'll probably release during some point in the event as a part of the 24-hour spotlight, and then it will just stay on sale afterward. So these are two items to look forward to if you do want to buy them, as they'll probably release during the event as regular purchasables during that time. Now moving on to some of the Roblox items leaks. This is the only one here that I'm not exactly 100% sure if it's actually for the event. Since it doesn't really follow the theme of it, it is the most random of the items we've seen, so this one might not actually be a part of the event, but it is here, and I did want to mention it just in the case that it does release as a part of the event. We do have a bundle here, and it might not look like one exactly, but it is actually a fragmented version of the regular Robloxian bundle. So it's just a blocky character, but it looks like it's kind of falling to pieces and some of it is flying away. And the bundle does come with the epic face, but a dynamic version of it. So it'll move basically, if you have your camera on, it'll move with it. And this is kind of how it looks like in motion. As you can see, the face does look a little bit creepy when it's not in the usual epic face position, but this is pretty much how it will kind of work in games or whatever there. You can see that there is this heart visible on the torso area and the body is kind of breaking apart. So hopefully a pretty interesting design here. I'm not exactly sure, once again, if this is even a part of the event, but this could be the bundle that releases every event, where if you get the bundle, then you can get the gold track for free. So this could be the case where this is the expensive bundle that they release every event, and you get a dynamic epic face with it, which is not too bad, but this is not entirely clear as of right now, and it might not even be for the event, but I did want to just mention it as it is here along with these leaks as a possibility to release for the event. Now moving on to some more obvious choices that are actually for the event, we do have a pair of antlers here, which kind of look like antennas. There is this white version, which is called the blink antennas, and then we do also have these droid ones, which actually look really cool. The blink ones I'm not really that big of a fan of. I don't think all white is really an effective color choice for this kind of item. I think it would have looked cooler if this top part was maybe red and just added a little bit more diversity with the color choices here, but I think these droid ones actually look really nice. The cyber pattern actually is very effective for this kind of item, so this one is probably going to be the expensive one that you'll actually pay for, and the blank one is probably going to be the one that you get for free for just getting a certain amount of tokens. But overall, a pretty interesting pair of antlers here, a pretty unique shape, definitely a nice design choice here for the droid ones especially, and they work well with a lot of different kind of hunt color scheme items. Next up, we do actually have another pair of antlers, which I'm not sure why we have two different sets of antlers. I assume maybe these are made by UGC creators as well, and they probably didn't collaborate on whether or not they would both be making antlers, but it seems like we do have two pairs of antlers here, and these are more closely related to the ones that Roblox uploads. It has a very similar shape right over here with some minor differences there. They have a little bit of kind of floating shards around them, and also the antlers themselves are a little bit disconnected at some points, which definitely creates a unique look, and I think these are a really nice unique take on the Roblox style of antlers, so definitely a pretty cool one. This is kind of the opposite version of the other antlers. This is the Nor ones, which are pretty much just all black and blank is all white. And then here we have these kind of satellite ones, which I think look actually really awesome. Really creative design here, kind of similar to the circuit pattern on the other antlers, but it's a bit more of a lighter version, and the yellow really works well with this kind of color palette. So I like these a lot, definitely a pretty cool one. I assume these will also be the paid version, and the Nor ones will be the free one that you'll get for a certain amount of tokens. So definitely pretty cool. I think these are a really nice pair of antlers. And next up, we do have a pair of bunny ears. This is the actual last duo that we do have. So we only know 3 sets of items for the blink track, which would be the lowest for any of these kind of events. So I'm not exactly sure if there's only going to be 3 here. I assume maybe some other ones would release, but we do only know of 3 so far. But we do have these bunny ears here, which which look fine. They definitely do fit the theme with the hexagon patterns at the bottoms, so not too bad, especially with Easter coming up soon. They definitely fit that theme as well, so not a bad choice here. And then we do have gold versions, which I assume are probably going to be the ones you have to pay for, so not too bad. A pretty decent pair of bunny ears here that I assume you'll be able to get for getting a certain amount of tokens for free, and then the gold ones will be paid for. Now the next two items here are actually a bit of a question mark on how they would release here, but we do have the Corrupt TV as well as this Mecha Mr. Robot, and both of these, if you have been on Roblox for a while, you might recognize that they are kind of updated versions of a Roblox series of items, with this Corrupt TV being a new version of the TV series, which we do have a few of here, some of which are limited, some of which are off sale, and some of which are on sale. So definitely a pretty popular series. The original one here is doing pretty well as limited, so you can definitely tell it is inspired by this series, although it is not a direct replica. Definitely a remodel here, but this new one does look pretty cool. We do have this kind of corrupted version on the right with a more normal version on the left, so definitely a cool concept here. I think this would definitely do well. I assume this will probably be a 24-hour timed item that will go off sale, kind of similar to how the Classic did it, where they had those items that released based on past Roblox series, released for 24 hours and then go off sale. So I assume this will be the case for this one, as well as for the Mecha Robot, which we've seen a remodel of this one already for the Classic, but they did another one here for this event, which also looks pretty cool, which right over here you can see that the original is still on sale, a pretty popular item here, but there have been quite a few different versions of it. There's a backup one, Mrs. one as well, and this is the new version that we did get during the Classic, so definitely Roblox has their eye on this series to get quite a few new versions. This new one does look pretty cool, and I assume once again it'll be 24 hours, limited time, and then it will go off sale. And then the last items we do have here are the items you'll get from the launchers, which we typically have quite a few of these every event now. Roblox seems to really like these launcher items here, but we do have these kind of spiraling horns, which are actually pretty unique, definitely look pretty cool. These black ones are going to be the admin launcher items, these blue ones are going to be the developer launcher items here, and these gold ones are going to be the video star creator launcher items. So definitely a pretty cool series of little horns here, pretty unique shape, and the actual unique thing about these is that if you wear all three of them at the same time, they actually work in unison together. As you can see, they all do not overlap and they actually create a very unique appearance here. This is something I think that we've seen a little bit in the past with the RB Battles swords, where if you wore all three of them at the same time, they all overlapped and to make one giant item, which I think the same case is here, where they all kind of overlap to create one giant item here with a pretty unique appearance. So if you manage to get all three of them and wear them at the same time, this is definitely going to be a pretty unique visual here. But those are all the items that we do know of so far. It's not exactly clear exactly if there are going to be more. I assume there will be, especially from UGC creators. I feel like there might be a grand prize as well, and I feel like we're still missing a little bit of information, especially on if there will be limited a part of this event, as we don't really see any direct retextures here that might indicate that. Although in the winter spotlight we did see the Ember Guardia and the Stunnas actually get a little bit of a remodel, and they were still released as limited, so we could see the TV and Mecha Robot actually follow that pattern, but once again not exactly clear on if that will be the case with those two items, but they will likely either be timed or limited. But yeah, those are all the item leaks that we do have for right now. If there are more, of course I will let you guys know in the future whenever we do release them. I want to hear what your thoughts are on these items. I think they actually look pretty nice and definitely fit the theme of this event, and I want to hear if you guys will be interested in getting any of them when this event does release. But yeah, that's for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!